So this was a subtle change that this young lady wanted to have done to her. Yes, it was a BBL procedure that she was going to get, but she didn't just go overseas to DR, Dominican Republic, Mexico. She went to a doctor with credentials, a doctor who does these procedures on a regular basis, and she thought that she would be safe in his hands. However, she is now in a wheelchair.
A woman says that a Dallas plastic surgeon basically botched her plastic surgery, leaving her in a wheelchair.
And now the Oklahoma nurse is seeking millions of dollars in damages after she says her life was changed forever.
And I'm gonna keep talking a lot when you hear me do these videos about if the doctor slips up and they put the fat into the cell, that can cause complications. And that's what it caused. It caused complications, and it paralyzed her. It could have been a lot worse. People suffer from strokes and heart attacks from the fat going into the muscle. She was just lucky to still have her life, but it paralyzed her. Now, it's really sad because in this case, maybe she could be still walking, but they kept her in a swanky recovery place instead of taking her to emergency where she could be further diagnosed of what was going on with her after the procedure. They had her stay there on bed rest, and they didn't get her any medical attention, and this is how today she's not able to walk.
And Kaylee, this is the lawsuit. It was filed in Dallas District Court today. In it, the patient says what was supposed to be a minor augmentation has likely left her paralyzed permanently. It's a cosmetic enhancement known as a Brazilian butt lift, made popular by the likes and looks of some Hollywood celebrities. But for Oklahoma nurse Rolanda Hutton, it was supposed to be a minor makeover.
And I didn't do this to be a video vixen or anything like that. I just went in for something, just a slight enhancement.
Now, it's a really risky procedure, as I'm starting to uncover each time that I cover these commentary videos. It's one of the severe surgeries that are done for cosmetic procedures that can cause people death. Thank the God that she didn't have that happen to her, but she can no longer walk. I have heard doctors saying as well that this procedure is very risky. And even the most qualified surgeon who has done thousands of these procedures, it only takes one time to either just human error or being sleepy from doing maybe too many procedures for that day for a patient to either be dead or, in this case, paralyzed.
Left in a wheelchair after her January procedure at Dallas Plastic Surgery Institute and Dallas Day Surgery Center. Her attorney says Dr. 𝗪𝗪𝗔𝗧 injected too much fat into the muscles above her sciatic nerve when she awoke and couldn't feel her feet or legs.
And I kept on feeling like something is wrong. Something is wrong, so I thought I need to go to the hospital.
Attorney Les Weisbrod says instead they kept her at the Cloister at Park Lane, a, quote, luxury post-operative hotel, far too long.
Now, this woman wasn't trying to be an Instagram model. She wasn't trying to get like an Instagram BBL. She just wanted subtle changes. She went in to get those subtle changes. And again, it wasn't overseas. It wasn't in a basement in Mexico or in DR. And it wasn't somebody who was trying to cut corners and save money. It was a woman who went into a professional establishment, put her life into that doctor's hands, and left out paralyzed.
But a lot of younger people, or maybe people my age, are doing things that may cause more complications, and they're younger and their lives are going to change forever. I want other women to see that what can happen.
I went in for a Brazilian butt lift,
and fat transfer. And so I went in for that, and I came out with paralysis of my feet.
She needed to be emergently transferred to capable people at a hospital, and that wasn't done.
Well, you know, as it uncovered, she is definitely suing at this time. She probably already received the money for the wrongful, you know, accident that happened to her that left her paralyzed. She was suing for $5 million. And I feel as though $5 million still doesn't put a price on the fact she'll never be able to walk again. She walked into that clinic being able to walk, but she left out in a wheelchair. So $5,000 or just on a person's life in general cannot make up for what she has to endure on a regular basis as a woman. Things that she could have done if this didn't happen. She going forth is not able to do it like she was able to do it prior to walking in those doors, prior to this procedure, because of an accident, negligence on the part of a doctor.
I'm not able to walk independently. I have AFOs, which are these braces that help me, allow me to stand and walk short distances. So I'm dealing with a lot of emotional, physical pain, and it's been a financial burden on me too.
These people are greedy. They're got no conscience when it comes to taking care of patients and patient safety, and they're complete hypocrites writing about and preaching safety when they don't do it and they don't follow it. And this place needs to be regulated or shut down, or you're going to see more people that have been hurt. And it's about time the public knew about the ones that have already been hurt here that they've hidden over the years.
One thing I'm grateful for that I didn't die.
And like, you know, I hear a lot in this community, you know, a lot of this is greed. You know, it's a lot of money, especially people like this young lady who's not trying to cut corners. They will pay what it is worth for their safety and the quality of the work. And she still ended up paralyzed. But even though she went to a reputable place to get the procedure done, greed still exists. It doesn't matter what skill of expertise or what doctor you go to. Greed, I also feel as though, plays a part in the negligence of these doctors that either kill patients behind these BBLs or, in this case, leave them paralyzed. So we're gonna keep sharing and spreading awareness of no one's saying that you can't get these cosmetic surgeries, but always know the risk behind the surgeries and know that you might not walk out the same way you walked in, and in some cases you might not walk out at all. So be very mindful of what you're doing, because it could be you next in that wheelchair or 6 feet under.